RFID chip implant experience is different within itself, but especially when it's involuntary. So okay, now you know that there's people that can watch in using radio frequency. Now, yesterday, prior to today's my birthday. Yesterday, there were taunts of cutting my phone off. And how ironic is it that today it is come to pass? This phone here, this is like a not necessarily a off brand, but like a side store, so to speak, carrier. So it's not your regular carrier. It's like, you know, a side shop. Anyhow, how they normally function and work is 2 to 3 days prior to your bill being due, you get notifications. Today, June 23rd, I got no notifications. All I got was these error messages when I tried to send a message. Okay, so this phone is cut off without any notice. Now, over here on this side, this is a T-Mobile phone, or the carrier is T-Mobile. Now, I have not paid this bill, and they've made arrangements to keep it on after they jacked my bill up. They jacked my bill up so that I could not afford to pay it, and then made arrangements for it to stay on without any payment being made. Now, over here, they managed to put my ex-fiance's name in here without him being a contact. As you can see in ends, the only end that I have is a cousin. That's the only end contact that I have. They managed to create one for him. Without without it even registering in my contacts. So today I tried to send this message at 10:03. Now that message I've hit retry numerous times. However, up here there's birthday wishes. At 10:01, I was able to send a thank you reply. Go right over here, and I cannot send anything. To this number specifically, and me and him have been having issues communicating for months now, about a month and a half. It's been a problem. Just simple stuff like this. We already established that the RFID chip implant is an experience like none other. So now, by now, you know that I can hear the conversation of the people that are assigned to watch me. We have that established. So, outside of having the issue with my phone this morning that they were taunting me about yesterday, something else that they've been taunting me about is having time for these relationships that I have, these relationships with family, and whatever I'm figuring out with my ex-fiance. Time spent is the issue. So, the threat has been, well, once these things start happening to her mom and her dad, she's not going to have time to do anything. Once this stuff starts happening to her mom and dad, she is not going to have time to do anything. So, that stuff with my phone happened today. Then out the blue, my dad calls me and he's like, who happens to be a pretty healthy guy. Me and him work out together sometimes. He's in really good shape for his age. And besides, he's young. He's 55. He'll be 56 in July. So it's not like We're talking about an old guy here. He's in great shape and he's healthy overall. He calls me out the blue and he's like, hey, Key, did you get my message? And I'm like, no, Dad, I didn't get your message. Like, what did it say? And he said, well, I'm at the hospital. He sounds nothing like himself. He tells me he's at the hospital and that, you know, he was driving home from work because he was coming to pick me up to go get a rental. He says, I was driving home from work and I got really dizzy. So I pulled over and I called for them to come and get me. And they're saying, you know, I'm just dehydrated, this, that, and any other. But it's stuff like that. They can cause your relatives to have dizzy spells. And not only can they cause them to have dizzy spells, they'll tell you that they're going to do it. So now you have confirmation of what's taking place that you can't even share with these people because they wouldn't understand it. They would think that you were going nuts. These people are telling you everything, their every move, everything that they intend to do to your loved ones. And you cannot tell them because it wouldn't make sense to them. These are the type of science and spirituality or science and religion barriers that need to be broken. Because when you see that someone in your family has a gift or a way of knowing, sometimes people just have a way of knowing that doesn't need to be acted upon. It just needs to be received. So when someone's trying to tell you something, especially if they're perfectly sane, I think it's pretty clear by now that I'm perfectly sane. So if I'm telling you something, I'm telling you for your own fucking good.
Your frequency is high. You say that's why you put your earplugs in.
Yeah.
For that very reason, huh? For that very reason, huh?
Before I went and got this, because I was trying to lay here. That's why I turned the TV off.
Out. It don't make no sense. Because it's not normally like that.
I know.
You can tell like something's been done to alter it. You can tell something's been done to alter it.
Yeah.
And that's frustrating to me because, you know, too much RF can give you... I said it's frustrating to me because too much RF can give you cancer.
Yeah.
And because they can't do all the other stuff they were trying to do to me, I feel like they're just trying to find a way to do something.
Yeah. Any kind of way they can.
Yeah.
But I sure did.
I'm glad you put them in.
Yeah.
And Ma, you say you sore all over, huh? You ain't been like that in
A long time.
years.
Yeah.
So tell me more about the mucus again. What happened?
It was real thick mucus. That was real thick. White and pinkish and a little bit of blood because I had blew my nose. And you know they said that when you blow a heart like that, you able to get a little blood. Yeah.
How your throat feel?
Well,
And that's so insane because nothing was wrong at all.
well, I felt myself. Remember I told you I felt myself getting sick.
Getting sick, yeah, but it just ain't it doesn't add up because you ain't been in no kind of, you know, weird weather.
Well,
or nothing. Yeah, but you've been safe. It just ain't like you to get this type of sick. You ain't been this type of sick, and I can't remember you being this type of sick. Getting sore and hawking up mucus with all kind of, you know, nasty stuff in it. That's weird. Don't make too many excuses for it though. You'd be surprised what it might be. Yeah, you'd be surprised what it might be.